The keto diet is not the best diet for anybody. I don't care how much weight you've lost, how much weight somebody you know has lost. It is just not. Stick around to the end so I can finally put the stupid diet to bed. The keto diet is essentially just anti-carb mom, the fucking diet. It says you can only consume about 5% of your daily intake as carbs. And the bulk of it is pretty much just lard with a little side of protein. Anyways, why does it work? In short, you know how little foods there are that have 0 carbs? It basically just limits your options a ton. I mean, you're pretty much just tricked into eating whole foods like, beef and vegetables. Which, yeah, it's kind of hard to overeat on whole foods, kind of hard to overeat on chicken whenever all you can have is regular, boring ass grilled chicken. And also, small part too, fat is a very satiating macronutrient. Whenever you don't have a normal amount of fat in your diet, your appetite will go up, in fact. But if you're just overloading your body on fat, then you're going to be satiated. So basically what this diet does is by 1, limiting your options, and 2, giving you enough fat to kill a full-grown fucking elephant, basically it tricks you into being in a calorie deficit. I've tried counting calories in the past, and I didn't drop 20 pounds in the first week like I did on keto. The reason people see such drastic weight loss in the first week on keto is because you were losing a ton of water weight. For every gram of carb, your body tends to hold 4 grams of water. So therefore, if you cut out all the fucking carbs, you kind of lose all the fucking water. And that's also why keto diet people hit so many plateaus. They'll see 20 pounds drop in the first week. Then after that, they'll go down to seeing 1 pound drop every week. And they're like, oh my God, I'm doing so bad. It's like, no, you just lost a ton of fucking water. Speaking of that same topic of plateaus, another reason I don't like the keto diet, because of the lack of emphasis on the calories themselves and just instead eating like a fucking troglodyte.
Oh boy, so you're telling me I can eat all this just because it has no carbs? Don't I need to worry about counting and stuff like that?
No, you silly little douche canoe. I can't count, so neither should you.
Because of the diet's lack of emphasis on counting calories, you have no idea what to do when you hit a fucking plateau. You don't know, should I reduce my calories? Should I do this? Should I do that? Well, if the keto diet taught you, maybe you would know, but it doesn't. Also, another thing it doesn't emphasize in that same vein is counting your protein. So it just says eat high fat, eat some protein, and eat no carbs. So the lack of emphasis on protein is really bothersome because we need protein to build muscle. So like, now we don't know how many calories to eat and when to reduce them if we hit a plateau, and we don't know how much protein to eat. So why do people do it? Well, in short, they hate carbs. Keto people treat carbs like carbs took their balls and stuck it in a fucking toaster, okay? But the idea is that carbs are our body's primary energy source right now. So all we need to do is not eat carbs, and then fat will become the body's primary energy source. That does happen through a process called ketosis, where, yeah, your body switches over to using fat as fuel instead. This is why there's a keto flu. What is the keto flu? It's essentially where some guy named Tyler comes through your fucking door and bashes you over the head with a sledgehammer for a few days. Which, side note, if I had to go through 5 days of agonizing hell having no energy just to burn a morsel of body fat, I think I would tie my dick to my steering wheel, then take a couple steps back. I'm now outside of the car at this point, right? And then I would slam the fucking door on my shaft. But ignoring that, body fat and dietary fat are 2 completely different things.
Bro, I got the sickest idea for new diet. Oh yeah, man, let's hear it, bro. We just don't eat any sources of dietary fat. Absolutely 0. What are you fucking talking about? You see, man, because dietary fat and body fat are the same thing. As long as we don't eat any dietary fat, we won't gain body fat. I'm gonna call this the all bread diet, man. Eat nothing but bread. You're a fucking disgrace.
What? That doesn't make sense, okay? Do they think that every single time you eat carbs, your body does some kind of fucking alchemy and turns it into dietary fat that didn't get stored as body fat? Like, what do they think? What do they think happens there? What do you mean, my boy? And once again, you actually only burn body fat on the keto diet if you're in a calorie deficit, which once again, we pointed out that it does not emphasize. Quick and little announcement. If you made it this far, please subscribe and leave a like and share. Okay, so now you may be thinking, okay, so all I got to do is count calories, right? And take care of my protein, and I'll be good. I can do the keto diet, right? Listen, usually I'm all like, oh yeah, follow whatever diet makes sense for you. Like, do whatever works for you. But here's my thing. I don't think the keto diet works for anybody. I mean, of course it works, but like, it's not sustainable for anybody. And listen, I'm not one of these fucking gurus that's like, listen, you can only eat a certain way if you can sustain it for your entire life, because guess what? Competition prep bodybuilders eat severely low calories for an entire prep. Does that mean that they have to eat that way for their entire life? No. I'm just saying that the keto diet is not the diet for anybody, because I don't even think you can stick to it long enough to actually get where you want to be. Because the keto diet is no carbs, it is insanely hard to stick to. You know why? How many foods do you lose whenever you cut out all the ones that have carbs in it? I don't know. Fucking all of them. It takes out so many foods that you can eat. And guess what? Normal people who aren't fucking robots can't just turn that shit off. Like, they can't just like be like, oh, well, never want pot dogs again. Like, you ever been around somebody who's done the keto diet? I swear to God, it's like they have Stockholm syndrome with the diet. They hate the entire time they're on it. The entire time they're on it, they're like, oh my God, I cannot wait to be off of this diet. And then guess what? They fall off of it and they're like, oh my God, I can't lose body fat without the keto diet. Motherfucker, the keto diet is a dick. He does not have your best interest at heart. It's not the diet of your dreams. It's the guy who calls people slurs on Minecraft. Keto diet is some motherfucker Tom Dark would make a video about, dog. Like, yes, keto diet is way too strict. And guess what? If you fall off one time, guess what you got to do now? Now you got another visit with Tyler and his f***ing hammer. And also, because the keto diet is 0 carbs, your muscle mass will absolutely suffer. Reason being is the whole reason your body was using carbs as their primary energy source in the first place is because it fucking likes doing it. Using dietary fat is not what it likes to do. It's not the primary way it likes to do things. That is a backup solution. That's once again why the entire diet bashes you over the head with a hammer for 5 days.
What if I take him out in the field and beat him to death?
So yeah, in conclusion, find the diet that works for you. It can even be a high-fat diet, as long as it's not the keto diet and you're not cutting out everything. Do not self-sabotage that like that, dude. And if you want to find the diet that does work for you, I have this video right here. Yeah, make sure you go ahead and look it up. That's a much smarter way to get lean. I'll see you guys next time.